Hey everyone, this is Tonia Haddix.
And this is Amber Renee.
And you're listening to the Chimp Crazy Lady Show. So everything okay this week?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I think so. I'm so bummed that our last recording didn't save because it was so good. But
well, that's okay. We can always come up with something else between you and I. My howler is insisting on joining the show today for whatever the reason. She's being quite annoying. Come here.
That's perfect.
Then come here. Then quit. Get down. She's just being a crybaby. Anyways, so our topic is PETA, right?
Yeah.
So I just want everybody to know that PETA is relentless. That at one time I think they used to be a good organization, but I think they've used their powers to go extremes, and I think they've become a terrorist group. And I think people need to know where their donations are going. That is not for the for betterment of animals anymore. That is basically for them to further their agendas and their extreme agendas as well. Just like you and I were talking yesterday, although we didn't get it recorded, how they actually have employees that steal dogs out of people's backyards and euthanize them, and they're not accountable for it exactly. All they do is have to, like in one incident that I know of, they had to make an apology, a public apology. Just kind of like there's nothing rational about them, and I think that people need to start holding them accountable.
So they used to say that you shouldn't even have pets at all. I know they've changed it like slightly. A lot of people have pets.
Yeah. So that's why I think we need, to make people be aware. And it's not just because of how PETA went after me and Connie over the chimps. It really is. If you ever, get into PETA themselves, and if you actually do your own research, you can see they don't even have adoption centers. They basically euthanize the majority of their animals that they receive, other than like the exotics, which they actually don't even ever put hands on. They basically transfer ownership to a globally federated sanctuary. So they line their pockets. So
even what you were talking about, the workers that are stealing the animals and euthanizing them, they just say, oh, well, that's just a work, like it's not PETA, it's just someone that works at PETA. So they just like skirt away from any responsibility anyway.
yeah, but it's funny that they're all employees of PETA, and eventually where is that line going to be found, and if it's a constant PETA employee, that kind of tells you that PETA directs them, but indirectly does it so that they're not, to blame per se. It's really sad because these movie stars and everybody put their faith in this organization to protect these animals, but they're really not protecting them animals at all.
And I think we talked about, like, Eric was on a podcast and he said himself that he didn't think his animal environments were even up to PETA's standards. Like, anyone that has pets, your pets are likely not up to PETA's standards.
Exactly, but then they can place them in globally federated sanctuaries that actually had many, many critical violations, and they go ahead and sponsor those, but they just get by with it because they have that globally federated stamp behind their name. And to me, like I said, it's really sad how they can try to, you know, have their perceptions, but really they're not for the ethical treatment of animals. They're there for their further agendas.
I even saw some people saying it was a meat industry plant because it's so crazy. Like, some of the stuff is so crazy, like you can't even get behind it, even if you are a vegetarian or I mean, vegan. And
Yeah,
yeah.
and they literally are trying to dictate our whole life, just like they have now clothes that have vegan approved stamps on it, or they have PETA approved sandals or PETA approved. And it's like, who are they? I mean, it's a supposedly a not-for-profit organization. So how did they become so powerful that they're trying to tell you how to eat? They're trying to tell you what animals that you can own or that you can't own any, what you're to wear, and everything else. How did that become about the ethical treatment of those animals? And so people need to look into what they're doing with their money.
We also talked about how people are pushing not feeding even carnivorous animals like cats or omnivores like dogs like meat.
I know. But then you cause them to have issues, health issues, but that's okay. Or you can supplement them, so that makes it okay. And I'm like, hello.
And I think I told you, like, I tried to even be vegetarian for a year and take the supplements, but like I started losing my hair and getting like these red bruises. Like, everyone's body does not work like that.
I know. And then that's not really a healthy lifestyle. So why are we doing this? And I can't believe that insurance companies, as hardcore as they are about their monies, that they're allowing that to take place too. I'm surprised they're actually insuring people that are vegan and vegetarian. I'm a nurse, so that comes from that perspective. But
No, that's good. That's
that
good to
whole,
know.
yeah, but that's kind of weird, that they think that they can get by with all this stuff and the power that they think they have. So we just need to make people be aware, truthfully.
Also, what you were saying last time about, sorry,
No, go ahead. You're fine.
what you were saying last time about the animals, like we need to like worry, like the livestock is not kept well.
No,
Like chickens are not kept well. Like we need to worry and push for those kinds of things and like leave the radical agendas. Just it needs to be
exactly.
about the animals.
Just pass legislation and stuff and standards for these animals that are being raised for our meats and our foods and that type stuff, so that the standards are high enough that the animals are cared for and that you're getting good quality meat, and make it to where it's an okay industry and that is as acceptable. But we don't have to eliminate it because we've had meat our whole entire life, and I think we need to carry that on instead of trying to change everybody's lifestyle.
What's going on? Any updates? I don't remember what updates we had, but
Well,
anything?
basically, we're wanting to do some, meet and greets because I've had a lot of people come to the safari and a lot of people wanting to drive all the way from Arizona to come. And I'm like, I would rather it be me and you going to them because there's so many more of them than there are of me and you. So my main thing of it is if we can kind of like make it feasible for everybody to meet us. And I want people to realize that we are people and that we want to not only use this platform to make people aware of like animal rights stuff and that type stuff, but we want them to realize that we're here to be there for them. I mean, I want them if they if they're comfortable talking about beauty, if they're comfortable talking about whatever, that we want to make that open to them. I want to be kind of like available to answer anything that they might have, and maybe we can get them over some rough spots that they're going through that we've already experienced. Because trust me, in the last few years, I've experienced a lot of crazy, so including a documentary crew. But so with that said, I mean, we're just human, and we just want to have some fun. And like I said, we want to make sure that we can help some people.
I think last time you were mentioning someone ordered a cameo for coming out day, right?
Yeah, exactly. They did, and I didn't even know what date that was, but we figured out it was October like 11th, I think, or something on that.
Yeah.
But I did it yesterday, actually, yesterday morning, and it was really cool. Because if we can do anything like that to make somebody feel confident or comfortable in their own skin, no matter what it is, that's what I want people to realize they can be. Even if it's about a chimpanzee or if it's about their dog or if it's about, their sexuality, anything. We just want everybody to be accepted. I don't like people to feel less than. I always want them to be the best they can be every single solitary day. And even if it's a bad day, hopefully something can boost them or pick them up to where, they can tolerate that day, because we're going to have our bad days, but hopefully they're less than, and it can be kind of like a shock absorber. So I want people to feel comfortable. This world is so crazy right now with all the things going on with politics and just people in general, and I just hope that what little bit of piece of the world that we have, we can make it a little brighter for people, and that means all walks of life.
I think that's a good message. We were talking about like haters and like anonymous Reddit keyboard warriors last time.
Keyboard warriors, yes, they're horrible. Or somebody called them armchair quarterbacks or something like that, and I'm just like, yeah, that's about right too. But yes, no, I hate to even see Reddit, because Reddit is nothing but trash. It is like a trash magazine, except it's on the web. It's funny how people can do it anonymously, because they don't have any balls to do it outright. Like I told them, they can say it on the internet, but they sure can't come to my house and say it, because I can promise you it would not turn out well for them. So it's funny how people like to talk crap, but then they don't back it up. And I say back it up. Put your money where your mouth is. Same thing I've said about the sanctuaries with Tonka. Let me go down there. If you think he belongs there and you think he's so happy, let me bring my transporter cage, no sedation drugs, and let me show you where he belongs. But see, nobody wants to put their money where their mouth is, because everybody's all talk. And that's the sad part.
And especially the people like that, they don't even stand by they are almost ashamed of their opinion because they're not using their photo or their name or anything. So you can really just say anything that you want.
I know. And it can be so stupid, and I'm like, how much validity does that have? I mean, for real, none. And so you just have to, I consider that, if you just want some entertainment, go on there and click on it and get some entertainment and laugh about it and go on, because that's about all it's worth.
Well, I am making a vow not to go on there anymore because people, a couple of people did not like me and thought that I was like faded. So yeah,
Well, guess
I'm just,
what? You're not.
I know. I'm just
If they
naturally
only
like
knew
this.
you, if they only took the time to get to know you, they would know you're quite the opposite of that. So guess what? That's what I said. Their validity, there's no validity to their statements. So it's like, that's trash to me. It's just trash.
Yeah, it's just sad because they must be really miserable and I really like do anything, like go out, find a community, like get a dog, just adopt a dog, like do something and just
Go
try to
volunteer.
get some goodness in your
Yeah.
life.
Go volunteer. Be a big brother. Be a big sister. Go work for the Humane Society. Even, I mean,
Mhm.
but yeah, spend your time doing other things and trying to tear down somebody. But that's sad that you have to be that envious or that ate up inside that you'd want to desecrate somebody. I have people doing that all the time, and I'm sitting here going, okay. Everybody's like, why don't you come back at them? And I'm like, for what reason? That means it just means that they're trying to bring you down to their level. And who wants to be like that? I mean, for real. I don't, because I have too many other things to worry about, too many animals to take care of, too many things in my life to even consider what they have to say worth a grain of salt. I think we need a lot of psychiatrists out there to help those folks.
Yeah, that's true because just surrounding yourself in hate like that is not good for your mental well-being.
That means you're not mentally right either. I mean, anybody that can sit there and listen to somebody desecrate somebody and continuously do it, and especially when you can watch a live and it can be a lie here and a lie there and lie there, and if you just watch it, there's no validity at the end of the day. Now, if somebody wants to have a good conversation and somebody wants to be productive in the way they present themselves, even if they're on the opposing team, I'm okay with that, because there's nothing wrong with good controversy or good difference of opinion as long as it's done appropriately.
I mean,
We're
yeah, we could even have people on the show if they really want to
I
talk
know.
about it.
I know. Well, that's what I say, and debate it out. As long as you can be grown up, be a mature individual, like your mother taught you, or at least I hope your mother taught you that, and just live with it, you know. But if not, then they need to crawl back in their holes. Thing of it is I want people to give us ideas on what they'd like to see on the podcast. I would like to invite some guests that we could talk with, that type stuff. Anything that people are
Mhm.
interested in, anything that we can do to help society, I'm all about that. And keep it fun, keep it real. And I mean, we got to talk about beauty, though. Come on. Time we see a award show or anything, I want us to be able to critique because I'm telling you, but just fun stuff. I just want to have fun. I don't want it to be doldrum, and I don't want it to be like a radical thing. We can just, live with what's going on in the world. I mean, I look at the world every day, and I'm sitting here going, okay, there's got to be some humor and something that we do.
Just really just chilling out with us and just talking and yeah,
Yep.
it's not really even planned.
No, no, not at all. Which is probably good because me making plans is not a good thing for the most part.
Apparently not me either.
I'm just grateful to have you. You've been wonderful. You're fun to work with. You're easy to work with, and I appreciate everything you do for me. I can't say enough about that, and I'm looking forward to us having a lot of fun. I'm looking for us to go to LA and hang out and do some stuff, and just really kick back and get to know each other, and just enjoy it and film it. Make fun of ourselves. It's okay.
I agree. I really enjoy working with you too. It's really fun and I feel inspired and I just love talking to you and whatever things that we come up with seem to just work out really well.
You can meet some really cool people, really.
Yeah, yeah, it does this does open you up to meeting a lot of great people.
Yeah.
I mean, in addition to people that aren't so great that we were talking about earlier, there's a lot of really great people that follow you too.
Oh, they come here to the safari and they are just thrilled. One somebody spent yesterday was her birthday and this is what she wanted to do for her birthday, so they drove down and they did an encounter and we all talked and then I told them where to go eat and that type stuff. But yeah, no, I've met some really amazing people and I'm really blessed to have them as fans or followers, whatever you want to call them. And
Hmm.
I wouldn't have it any other way. I think that's what's got me through this miserable time, to be honest with you, because I have some downsides to it too, but I always try to bring the positive out because you can dwell on your negatives all you want, but it doesn't do you any good because at the end of the day, it doesn't take those negatives away. And all it does is make you miserable. And I don't want to be miserable my whole entire life. So,
Yeah, it's whatever you focus on, I think it's bigger.
and Jeremy McBride, Eric Good's cohort sent me, well, him and Alyssa, which I give a shout out to. They sent me some lighting. I haven't got the big lights. I think they come today, but they got me some little clip-ons and a phone thing that you can hold a selfie stick and with lights and so I haven't got it out yet. I haven't started working with it, but I want to say thank you for doing that. And they are trying to say that I need more lighting. So we're going to work on that.
Well, that's great. That's awesome that they're supporting everything that you're doing.
Oh, Jeremy's been really good. And Melissa has, I mean, she was really good to me when she worked with me when we were filming and stuff. So, like I said, I had some positive experiences, not just negative, but there were several negative too. But like I said, you got to dwell on your positives and don't think about the negative.
And we have a meeting coming up later today,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Well, soon.
Yeah. Very soon. Dr. Phil, you mean?
Hmm.
That might be a good opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a good opportunity for sure.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes, huh, girl?
Yeah. Yeah, and then George Santos is starting a new show and wants to have you on it.
Yeah, I hear he's very. I didn't really know who he was, which is really sad on my behalf, but I didn't. But I hear he's pretty controversial, and I was thinking, oh boy, me and him being controversial, that might be one hell of a show.
Yeah, I was a little shocked about that, but I mean, yeah, that's up to you.
I think that's pretty cool that he, is getting that opportunity. Again, I think, we have to respect, everybody from where they come from. So I don't know. We'll just see.
Yes, yeah, you're getting a lot of opportunities, and that's great.
Yep. Well, I'm glad. I really am blessed that I've been able to meet you and be able to, use a little bit of the platform because I see things every day about, the chimps and I see about primates and stuff, and people's just got to realize it's not like that. And I've got to, use it to promote good private ownership because there's a lot of good private owners out there. And I will say that every time I'm on, that you can't just go by Chimp Crazy and realize that, that right there is a docu series. It was for drama or dramatic effects. It's not daily life. I encourage everybody if they want to see a daily life film where it's a real truly daily life and don't cut anything and just how you have to feed them, how you have to take care of them, the hours that you spend and how much money you spend on them and that type stuff for people to realize how much people love their primates, and not just primates, it's all animals. I mean, people love their animals, and if they didn't, they wouldn't dedicate their life to it. I mean, it's a lifetime. It's a whole life. It's not just a day. It's not just an hour out of the day. It's a lifetime that you have to dedicate to animals. So people just need to realize that it's a strong commitment that you make, and there's really good people that make that strong commitment.
I mean, what more do you need to say about the documentary other than PETA was framed as the good guys?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, that tells you right there what that entails, doesn't it?
Yeah.
People need to really take a look at it and then assess it for themselves and really think, and don't be a minion. Don't follow, people's whatever rhetorics or however they view things. Actually think about it and pick it apart. And if you knew me, you would know a lot of it too. But, people don't. So I hope everybody has a wonderful week, and we will be back here next week, same time, same location.
Thank you for tuning into our podcast. We will be releasing new episodes every week on Monday. You can also check out Tonia on Cameo, and you can buy our merchandise at chimpcrazylady.com or on Etsy, with more places coming soon. Thank you.